Whether you prefer rain, sleet, snow, or hail, this update isn't just about weather. It's hiding a ton of secrets you won't notice at first glance. And now that the weather update has fully dropped and Tyler's had time to iron out the bugs, I went digging through the code to uncover all the juicy details. And trust me, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. In this video, I'm breaking down everything, from the new police sentries to changes in the day-night cycle, and even new weather that's in the code, but hasn't made it into the game yet. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be shown a lot of code. Let's jump into it. We'll start off with the namesake of the update, weather. Now you've probably already noticed the new command for setting weather, and you might be familiar with the basics. You got clear, light rain, heavy rain, overcast, and foggy. There's also a debug and tutorial sequence in there as well. But what most people don't realize is that there's actually 15 total weather sequences that you can set using this command. So what about the other ones? Well, the majority are transitional weather sequences. Because the game doesn't just snap from one weather type to another. It actually blends between them slowly and intentionally to make everything feel natural. That means there are sequences like clear to light rain or light rain to heavy rain that you can trigger from the console, each with their own unique blend. And these blends aren't just visual, they affect NPC behavior, how your wheels grip the road, and even the shaders that control how the game looks, which is a really nice touch. Now, if Tyler asks, you didn't hear this next part from me, but there are actually some weather conditions sitting in the code that aren't being used yet. We have snowy, hail, and sleet, and they're all hidden inside the code, hinting at the future. So yeah, I'm starting to think we might be getting a very white Christmas in Schedule 1 this year. A while back, I did a stream where I raised money for charity, and one of my goals was to quit vaping. And I really thought I could get it done in less than a month, but after 2 weeks, I was right back to vaping again. And that's because I didn't have today's sponsor, Fume. Let me explain. The biggest problem with vaping is that there's really nothing stopping you from taking a drag every couple of minutes whenever you're at home. And naturally, after a while of doing this, you get a craving for just having something in your mouth. This is called an oral fixation, and it makes quitting cold turkey basically impossible, which is why I decided to replace my bad habit with Fume. Fume doesn't use any smoke, nicotine, or harmful chemicals. It uses filtered air instead of batteries and juice. So if you're ready to break the habit, now's a great time to try Fume. Right now, when you grab a Journey Pack, you'll get a free Fume topper just for using my code BIGWILLY. So head to tryfume.com, that's TRYFUM.com, and use code BIGWILLY to get your free Fume topper with your Journey Pack. Now back to the video. Alright, let's keep digging and get into the NPCs and how they behave in the rain. Tyler actually coded each NPC to have their own unique rain tolerance. Basically, every NPC has a limit for how much rain they're willing to deal with before they finally give in and pull out an umbrella. And those umbrellas, there's more going on there than you'd expect, because they come in a variety of colors, including a secret purple one, a police version, and one hidden in the code called Umbrella Elizabeth. That's right, Elizabeth Homley has her own custom umbrella. And it's not just a reskin either. Hers actually has a skull detail on top, which sent me digging even deeper. And it turns out umbrellas don't just have colors, they can also have decals and custom details. So we might end up seeing a lot more custom umbrellas in the future, or we might even be able to customize our own. But putting Elizabeth aside for a second, most NPCs around town have about a 20% rain tolerance, and roughly a 75% chance to open their umbrella when they're exposed to rain. Now, the crackheads, that's a different story, because Jesse, Keith, Geraldine, and the rest of the crew can have anywhere from 20% all the way up to 100% rain tolerance, meaning some of them just straight up do not care about the weather. Rain, drizzle, full-on downpour, they'll just keep moving like nothing's happening. And if an NPC doesn't have an umbrella, they don't walk, they run. These guys can move up to 5 times their normal speed when trying to get out of the rain, so hey, Maybe now they'll actually show up to deals on time. On top of that, NPCs also have a 40% chance to trigger brand new dialogue when you talk to them in the rain. These rainy greetings are chosen based on what type of personality the character has: aloof, bro, kind, or unhinged. But there may be some hidden dialogue yet to be discovered. I'll make sure to post any new findings in the Discord, which you can join by going to discord.gg/bigwilly or clicking the link in the description below. And we haven't even talked about the best part of rain, because there's actually a huge upside. Tyler added a bonus system that rewards you for grinding through the storm and still making your deals. If an NPC is standing in the rain during a scheduled meetup, you'll get a 20% bonus on that deal, and this stacks with all of your other bonuses, so scheduling deals during bad weather might actually be the move if you're trying to maximize profit. And here's a trick: since the customer actually needs to be in the rain in order for you to receive the bonus, if they happen to find some cover, you can nudge them back out into the rain, triggering both their umbrella and the bonus at the same time. Work smarter, not harder. With customers out of the way, let's move on to the next piece, the bolts from Zeus himself. Because lightning might seem completely random, but there's actually a system behind it. The game rolls a timer between 3 to 20 minutes. And once that timer runs out, a lightning strike is triggered. Right after that, it rolls another 3 to 20 minute timer, creating a constant cycle of strikes over time. When lightning does trigger, it runs through a series of chances to decide what gets hit. There's a 4% chance it strikes a building or the ground, a 0.075% chance it hits an NPC, as long as they're not an employee, are at least 40 units away from you, and aren't inside a vehicle or building. And finally, there's a 0.03% chance it strikes you directly. So it's rare, but definitely possible. But there's a twist, because you don't actually die if you get hit. Instead, you get a 50% speed boost for a full minute. And it gets even better. This boost is multiplicative, meaning if you already have a speed boost active, it stacks on top and scales even higher. This is absolutely insane, so go chug a cuke, get struck by lightning, and you'll finally know how it feels to chew 5 gum. Next up, we've got some subtle changes to the day and night cycle. The game now has clearly defined times of day, each with its own distinct sky coloration. You can actually tell when it's dawn, dusk, sunrise, or sunset just by looking at the sky. With these new timings in place, maybe we'll get some sort of seasonal expansion later on in the year. It's something I think I would like a lot. As for the actual timings, dawn runs from 5 AM to 7 AM, with sunrise hitting at 6, and dusk runs from 6 PM to 8 PM, with sunset right at 7. Finally, let's wrap things up with the last major change in this update, the new police sentry locations. Tyler felt like the police just weren't showing up enough around Highland Point, so he added a bunch of new spots where officers can stand throughout the day. And it makes moving around the map way more dangerous. You can now find sentries under both the north and south overpasses, at the pawn shop, along the waterfront near the casino, around Blue Balls and Rays, outside Town Hall, and even up near Uptown. And these aren't just for show. They make deliveries and any questionable daytime activities a lot harder to pull off, since you never really know when you're being watched. This is a shakeup that I definitely appreciate. I've been playing this game for so long, I have over 1,500 hours, and I already have all of the cops' routes memorized. So this change is something I've definitely been looking forward to. And that just about wraps it up. Weather, police, new bonuses, and a bunch of smaller changes that make the town feel way more alive. This update feels like a solid foundation for what's coming next, especially with the refactors and bigger content on the way later this year. And honestly, I'm excited, because Tyler might have already teased what's next. There are already tags for snowy weather sitting in the code, so it's really not a stretch to think seasons could be coming soon, or a map expansion with mountains that might need some snow. But what do you think of the update? Drop a comment down below and let me know what you're most excited for. Thank you again to Fume for sponsoring this video. It is a product that I use and it has helped me quit vaping, and I hope it can help you quit as well. That's gonna do it for me, and as always, Stay silly, y'all.